Hi everyone, I'm Casey Williams. Like a lot of you, I did quite a bit of traveling over the holidays. I had to drive 2 hours north to my parents' house, drive 2 hours east to see my grandmother, my uncle, drive 2 hours south to see my in-laws. Had my family in the car, and of course there's always the possibility of snow and ice and a bunch of bad weather. But I didn't need to worry about any of that, because I had the new Audi Q7 with quattro all-wheel drive, the adjustable driving dynamics system, and plenty of space for my family and all the toys. Let's go take a look at it. Well, I think the styling is more beefy than beautiful, but definitely looks up to the part of driving through almost anything you need to. It's got Audi's trademark big huge grille in the front. Looks good, looks mean, you know what you're driving. The LED signature lights, it's become an Audi trademark. And you come around the side of it, and at first, it looks a little bit boring, just looks kind of a big boxy car. But when you look at some of the styling, there's some really subtle details, like the creases in the fenders here. Again, just adds some tension to the car, kind of visually lowers it just a little bit. As does the satin silver finish down below. Again, just kind of takes the bulk out of the design of the car. But some of the classic things that I really like about it, it kind of has this shooting brake, rear end, kind of slants towards the back again. It gives a very classic profile. 20-inch alloy wheels. You come around the back. Again, when you're standing away from the car looking at it, it doesn't look that big. When you get close to it, you can tell it's a 3-row crossover. It's a pretty large car. Again, just the Audi look in the back as well. Wraparound tail lamps, the LED signatures back here. I like the dual exhaust outlets. Power rear hatch. And when you have the third seat up, as it is right here, there's not a lot of luggage space back here. I mean, it's all very nicely tailored back here, but not a lot of space. But you can put those down very quickly. There's 2 buttons right here. Pop them down. A lot more space. You can also fold down the middle row seats as well, so if you need to get in a bicycle, get in longer items, get a Christmas tree in, you can do that as well. So again, I think the styling's very nice, very Audi-ish. It's not a particularly beautiful car, but I think it is handsome. And with the power hatch, you got a lot of space in the back. Well, I was the one who did all the driving during the recent traveling, and I had no complaints whatsoever. And part of that is because of the powertrain in the car. It's a 3-liter turbocharged V6 engine, delivers 333 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. It's plenty to move this car. It's got an 8-speed Tiptronic transmission, which means it'll shift automatically almost all the time, or you can use the paddle shifters if you choose and do it manually. It has Audi's quattro all-wheel drive system, and looking at fuel economy, 19 miles per gallon in the city, 25 miles per gallon on the highway. So for a large all-wheel drive crossover, it's not horrible gas mileage either. Looking at performance, again, keep in mind this thing's almost a 5,000 pound vehicle. 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds, top speed of 130 miles per hour. So you can sit in the left-hand lane, drive any speed you legally can or think you can get away with, and enjoy yourself, because the car's got plenty of power to get on down the road. Well, typical of Audi, you have an interior that's as high-tech and luxurious as a private jet. Heated and cooled leather seats, very comfortable lumbar supports, very nice. 4-zone automatic climate control, 2 zones in the back, so each of the main passengers in the back have their own settings as well. Very easy to understand. Has Audi's MMI Touch infotainment system, which basically means instead of having a joystick controller, you can do it with your fingers. You can also search for music just by writing the letters with your fingers, and it'll search through it. Navigation, telephone inputs, Bluetooth, USB, all that stuff's up here. Some other nice things I really like about the car. Again, this doesn't have all the crash avoidance systems on it, but I don't think you necessarily need them either. I'd like to reconfigure an instrument cluster. You can flip through. There's the trip computer, audio setting, your phone setup, and I think this is really cool. This is the navigation setup, but you can also change the view, and it'll diminish the tachometer and the speedometer, so you get this wide expanse on the road. And when I was out on the highway, and you're 20 miles ahead of you to the next town, it's really nice to be able to look, kind of scan out and look down the road and see where things are and get a judge of distance. I really like the way that looks on the highway. And then this is actually the way I drove most of the time. I had nav here, had the audio set up over on the right side, and it's got a heads-up display, so you can still have your speedometer right in front of you there. This car has the Bang & Olufsen sound system. It's not the best I've heard, but I think it's near the top. It's very nice. And one of the other features that I like about this car too, it has Audi's Drive Select system. It's right here. So you can lift the vehicle. It's got an air suspension system that'll raise it up for off-roading. All-road, which is more of a middle setting for the suspension. Comfort, makes it ride a little nicer. Automatic, dynamic for a little sportier feel. Or individual, and you can customize engine transmission settings shift points for the transmission, the air suspension setting, how stiff, how firm, or how loose, and then the all-wheel steering system as well. It'll actually kind of do some torque vectoring, kind of help around the corners a little bit faster. So a lot of technology in the car, even though it doesn't have all the crash avoidance systems, still a lot of technology to keep you safe and enjoy the drive. Well, if you want to take your family on a long drive, the Audi Q7 is a pretty good choice. The third row seat's a little tight, it's really just for children, but the rest of these seats are very comfortable. They own climate control, Bang & Olufsen sound system, everything's very nice. And if you're the one who's going to be doing the driving, having the turbocharged V6 engine, all-wheel drive, adjustable suspension, just gives you a lot of tools to get yourself through bad weather if you need to. So what does all this cost you? Well, an Audi Q7 starts at $49,000. This one, as equipped, $74,825. So that puts it right there with the Volvo XC90, the BMW M5, Mercedes GLE, vehicles like that. And compared to those, that price is right where it needs to be. So next week we're on another fun car. Until then, storm forward!